Hi everyone, Molly, the Purple Door Psychic here with our Tarot Tuesday. Want to first of all say Happy New Year's to everyone, and I hope that you had a great holiday, however you celebrated it with your loved ones. So let's go ahead and get into it, and we are on the Tower. So this is actually one of my favorite cards because of the meanings and the representations behind it. Because I mean, we see the Tower, and we see absolute disaster. I mean, that's pretty much what it is. People are kind of like jumping from the tower, falling from the tower. It's on fire. It looks like a hot mess. So it is about disaster and destruction and upheaval and trauma and chaos and just all this, just a whirlwind of just absolute absolute, like I said, upheaval and just absolute just chaos and not knowing what's going on. And it's one of those cards that kind of shakes you up and kind of like, whoa, wait a second, why is this card in my reading? However, when it's this way, it's about averting disaster. It's about resisting changes. It's about delaying the inevitable. It's about just kind of like, no, this isn't going to happen right now. So when we see it like this in a spread, three-card spread, once again, it is usually either in the past or the present, where we are seeing that there's a whole hell of a lot of chaos, that there's a whole hell of a lot of mess, that it's just a lot of crap, what's going on in my life right now. I like to call this the wake up card because it is one of those fantastic ones where when you see it, you like I said, you're kind of like, oh, what's going on? And it kind of is a little bit of a slap in the face for somebody who might need that slap in the face, not physically, but metaphysically. So yes, this is one of my favorite ones because, like I said, I mean, it helps wake people up. It helps show them that they need to change some things. And I mean, if you do see this card multiple times in a row, then it's definitely a wake up call saying, hey, yeah, you need to, start waking up and start doing what you need to do. Now, as I mentioned with this, it's, I see this and it's still kind of a wake up call because then I can go ahead and look at the person and say, what are you trying to avoid? What are you trying to resist? What are you not really willing to face? It's either upright or reverse. It is a great card for kind of like I said, a slap in the face and letting people know that they need to definitely change their lives and they need to take a good hard look at their life and realize, oh, crap, this isn't the way that things need to be going. This is not good, and I definitely need to do some changes. But as I said, multiple times in a reading, or multiple times in multiple readings, it's definitely one of those ones where you need to focus and be like, okay, let's do some work. Let's go ahead and take this card, take what it's telling us, whether it's in the past or it's in the present. Most times you'll see it in the present in a reading. And let's go ahead and figure out what's going on within you and what's going on in your world and all these kind of things. So it's definitely one of those cards to help set a person on the right path towards mindfulness. And as I said, a wake up call, slap in the face, and one of those things where you can go ahead and just sit down with a person and just have a truthful conversation with them. Because one of the things about these readings is it is for fun. Don't get me wrong. It's for fun. I mean, you can get a good laugh out of it, but it's also a way to help people kind of spiritually heal themselves, if you know what I mean, to help them be on this path towards better mindfulness, self-knowledge, self-awareness, and being able to make better choices in their life. So think of it as almost like therapy sometimes, if you want to put it that way, where it gets the person to kind of understand what's going on in their lives and kind of understand what is happening to them and look at things in a way that they probably wouldn't look at. Now, I'm not necessarily saying I'm a therapist. I am not qualified that way. I am a spiritual healer, but I'm definitely not a therapist or a social worker. My social worker husband will go ahead and tell you that right away. I'm being an empath. I'm not the best person to be a therapist because honestly, I would sit there and I would cry along with my patients as they're developing or they're divulging things to me and doing a full on trauma dump. But when we do readings, when I do readings, it is almost like therapy in a way because the person is coming to grips with some past traumas. They're coming to grips with some things that they don't necessarily want to acknowledge and they don't want to admit because I'm telling you right now, the cards don't lie. I've come across very, very few times where the cards would actually be completely wrong. that was when I was working for Miss Cleo and I was getting paid to do this. So yeah, those readings were off because of course, personal gain. But anyways, as depressing as I was saying, it's almost like a therapy session when you are working with somebody who is coming back for multiple readings. So I keep that in mind. Also keep in mind that unless you are a professional therapist, I would not necessarily give out any therapy style advice. I mean, you can give advice, but not, well, you need to be on this medication or you're diagnosed with this. Like I said, unless you are a therapist or a social worker or have uh, extensive knowledge of a DSM-5, don't bring it out, don't diagnose, but do help, do listen, do try to find the undercurrents of what's going on in their life and do offer support because a lot of times when they come for a reading, they want to know what's going on. They want to know exactly what's going on in their life. They want to know what's going to come in the future. Remember, it's one possible future. It's not the absolute future. It's just one possibility. But also make sure that you are doing that spiritual healing because it is a lot of healing that comes along with the cards and with the readings and being smacked in the face with the tower and being seen or being shown, oh crap, I got a lot of work to do. So with that being said, thank you very much. I know that was a lot. But yeah, just keep it light-hearted, easy, but keep in mind that, like I said, it is a lot of spiritual healing. People are coming for a reason, aside from entertainment, and just try to keep it as fun as you possibly can, unless it does get serious. And as always, you can contact me for any kind of questions or any kind of advice, purpledoorspsychic@gmail.com. Also follow me on my socials at Purple Door Psychic. And I wish you a very, very happy new year and blessed be.